And as it happens, Australia's largest private survey of workforce trends has just landed this afternoon. It's put out by the multinational recruitment firm Hays, and its Asia Pacific CEO Matthew Dickason joins us now. Matthew, thank you very much for being with us. Are you already seeing AI shift the jobs market, like how it is affected?
Gradually, and I think Sam Altman said it earlier in the week at the CBA conference that the change isn't happening as fast as people thought it would be, and we're only seeing it gradually in some roles. It's including AI, but people are increasingly looking for critical thinking, problem-solving, human capability in the roles that they're sourcing for.
So we keep hearing that knowledge jobs like law and accountancy will be the hardest hit, but your survey today says people in those fields actually have the highest expectations of pay rises over the next 12 months. How do you square that up?
They're still in high demand, and there isn't great supply for them in the marketplace. So their skills are in demand. Also, you've got to think about it. They're ultimately accountable for signing off on whatever the decision is. AI isn't making the decision. They're helping you make a better decision, but it's not signing it off. And so that demand still remains within the marketplace because they're critically thinking about what the answer to the problem is.
Academic Kylie Moore-Gilbert wrote a piece this week questioning whether or not there was merit remaining for university as a higher education in whatever fields do survive AI. Do you think that there is? I mean, are we going to have a time where they may not necessarily degrees, that kind of education isn't needed?
I think there still is a need for university education. I think there's a need for education because AI can produce slop, and you need to know when it's telling you something that's incorrect. And so the critical thinking and understanding from an educational perspective of knowing what's right and what's wrong, what questions you need to ask to actually get the best out of it is going to set you apart versus those people that go, oh, I don't need an education, I'll just rely on AI. They're going to rely on slop.
Now, your survey also shows that more than 80% of employers say they can't find the staff, the skills that they're looking for, and yet nearly half of the working population, their wages in real terms are going backwards.
Yes.
How do you square those two things up?
I think what we're seeing, you and I, we look at wage rates and we think, oh, it's gone up on average this, but actually it's become way more targeted and specific and targeted on pay, targeted on progression, targeted on how AI is going to enable people to be better. And so what we're seeing employers do is they're focusing on the areas where there's skill shortages and they're deploying the capital in those areas to raise wage rates. And that's why 2 out of 5 people actually saw their wages going quite far back in the last year.
Sure have. All right, Matthew Dickason, thanks very much for breaking that down for us.
Yeah.
Now, once again, we're on the verge, so we're told.